IF-250 quad-polar and bipolar interferential operation. The patient leads should always be checked for proper connection and damage or deterioration prior to treatment. Loose connections or damaged cables can cause low stimulation output, no stimulation output, or sudden irregular increases in output, resulting in possible discomfort to the patient. The treatment site and electrodes should be cleaned and properly prepared prior to application of electrical stimulation to the patient. We recommend that you use Amrex conductance gel or Flextrode conductance spray and cloth covers to thoroughly moisten the treatment site and electrode surface prior to every treatment. In order to operate the IF-250, you must first connect the power cord to the AC receptacle on the back of the unit and insert the power cord plug into a properly grounded AC receptacle. Connect the patient treatment stop switch to the treatment stop jack. Reduce the intensity controls to the 0 reset positions, enabling the audible clicks. The IF-250 is equipped with an intensity reset circuit feature. This feature prevents the practitioner from applying one patient's intensity setting to another patient. Depress the power control. The generator will self-test and all indicators will illuminate. An audible signal will be emitted and the generator will default to factory settings of quad-polar interferential modality, a power timer display of 15 minutes, a frequency display of 80 Hz, a preset sweep frequency range for pain of 80 to 150 Hz, and intensity displays of 0 milliamps. If the intensity controls are not in the 0 reset position, the generator will emit a sequence of audible signals and the reset intensities indicator light will flash. Both intensity controls must be returned to the 0 reset position, enabling the audible clicks to return to factory default settings. Press the mode control to select the quad-polar or bipolar interferential modality. Press the constant sweep control to select constant mode or sweep mode. The constant or sweep mode indicator light will illuminate. The constant sweep control selection can be changed any time during treatment, except when the dynamic cycle is activated during quad-polar interferential treatment. To avoid possible patient discomfort, reduce the intensity controls to the 0 reset positions, enabling the audible clicks before changing the constant sweep control selection. Press the frequency control to select the desired constant beat frequency or sweep beat frequency range. The selected beat frequency indicator light will illuminate and the frequency display will indicate the selection. The constant beat frequency or the sweep beat frequency range can be changed any time during treatment. However, to avoid possible patient discomfort, reduce the intensity controls to the 0 reset position, enabling the audible clicks before changing the constant beat frequency or sweep beat frequency range. Prepare the pad electrodes and apply them to the patient. Quad-polar interferential requires the use of 4 pad electrodes. The pad electrodes may be held in place by means of retention straps or weight bags. Hand the patient treatment stop switch to the patient and explain its function. When the patient treatment stop switch button is pressed, stimulator output will be discontinued immediately. The intensity displays reduced to 0. The reset intensities indicator light will flash and a sequence of audible signals will be emitted from the generator. Stimulator output cannot be resumed until the intensity controls are returned to the 0 reset position, enabling the audible clicks, which will turn off the reset intensities indicator light and the sequence of audible signals. The treatment time will default to the factory setting. Set the treatment duration using the time controls. To adjust in 1-minute increments, press and release the time control. For rapid adjustment, press and hold the time control until the desired treatment duration setting is reached. The treatment duration will be indicated on the power timer display. Treatment duration may be reduced or increased during the treatment period. Press the start timer control to activate the treatment timer. A flashing decimal point on the power timer display indicates timer countdown in 1-minute increments. Slowly increase the channel 1 intensity control to the desired output level. The channel 1 intensity display will indicate the output intensity selected. Slowly increase the channel 2 intensity control to the desired output level. The channel 2 intensity display will indicate the output intensity selected. When treating in the quad polar modality, the channel 2 intensity setting must not vary more than plus or minus 20% from the channel 1 intensity setting. If the intensity setting varies more than plus or minus 20%, the intensity display for the channel with the greater output setting will flash for 30 seconds before the intensity is reduced to 0 as indicated on the intensity displays. The treatment time reduces to 0 as indicated on the power timer display, and the reset intensities indicator light flashes and the generator emits an audible signal. The intensity controls must be returned to the 0 reset positions, enabling the audible clicks, which will turn off the reset intensities indicator light and the audible signal. The treatment time will default to the factory setting. The channel 1 and channel 2 outputs may be applied independently when treating in the bipolar interferential modality. When treating in the quadpolar interferential modality, if you want to select dynamic mode, press the dynamic control now. The dynamic mode indicator light will illuminate, indicating that the dynamic cycle has been activated. Channel 1 intensity will decrease 50% and return to the original intensity setting. Channel 2 intensity will decrease 50% and return to the original intensity setting. This alternating cycle repeats every 8 seconds. The dynamic control must be activated after quadpolar treatment has begun. The intensity settings may be independently reduced during treatment. If the channel 1 intensity and/or channel 2 intensity is increased above the original setting, the intensity display indicating the increased intensity setting will flash. The intensity display will continue to flash until the output intensity is reduced to the original setting. The dynamic control may be deactivated and reactivated during treatment unless one or both of the intensity displays are flashing. When treatment is completed, stimulator output will be discontinued immediately. The intensities reduce to 0 as indicated on the intensity displays. The treatment duration reduces to 0 as indicated on the power timer display. The reset intensities indicator light flashes and the generator emits an audible signal. The intensity controls must be returned to the 0 reset positions, enabling the audible clicks, which will turn off the reset intensities indicator light and the audible signal. The treatment time will default to the factory setting.